What is up, YouTube world? I'm Ashley D. Before I get started, please go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button. Also, feel free to share this brief video as well. Everything I state is allegedly not a guaranteed fact, my own personal opinion and observation. So, I am going to be briefly speaking on the situation with Moneybagg. He performed at a concert, and there was a lady. She was complaining about how he threw fake money into the crowd, and if he wanted to do that, he should have never thrown it out. And she also was speaking on bringing her son to a concert for the first time and how excited he was, and she was happy for him to be there with her, and he was picking up money, and basically she spent over five something for the tickets. She said it wasn't a big deal. I'm assuming she thought she was going to make that money back once he started throwing it, or at least get something back for it. Because paying $500 and something for a concert, I'll never do that. Now, when she said she was upset and disappointed, it seemed like she was more upset than her son. I thought she brought a grown man or a late teenager to a concert with her for the first time, okay? This lady had a young man in there. It looked like he was no more than 11. At a concert, it shouldn't even been legal for him to be in there, let alone exposed to those words. Yes, our kids are going to get exposed to things, worldly things, from the TV, from the radio. Some things are out of our control, even when we send them off to school, into the world. We can't control what goes into their mind when they're not around us. However, what we do have control over is what we choose to put in their mind, what we allow them to look up to. For this lady to be online and thinking it's okay for her little young son to emulate, to think it's cool. So when he grows up, he think it's all about being a rapper, having a fancy car, getting an IG girlfriend. You made it. She's not taking her son to the college. She's not experiencing something fun with him for the first time, traveling. She could have took him out of town for the weekend, booked one of those hotels where they have a slide at, took him to an amusement park for 2 days, anything besides taking him to a concert that obviously she wanted to go to. Parents nowadays, and I can't even say new generation because she looked like she was older than me, for this lady to be exposing to her son so early on with this lustfulness, Jezebel, money, fame over anything mentality. When you encourage that with your children, best believe those are the people they're going to idolize, emulate, look up to. I don't know whether or not he has a father figure in the home, but for dang on sure, had I been the father figure in that home, if I was the father of that young man, I would have been very upset and irate if my mother of my children thought it was okay to take my son that's not even a teenager to a concert that more than likely was probably at nighttime, and think it's okay for her to hang out with her kid. That's what's wrong with this generation nowadays, and even with the older generations, because they're messing it up for the ones that are under them. They're setting a blueprint, and what are they leaving behind for them to look up to? She's teaching her son at such an early age and ruining his mind frame and mentality to think that this is okay, this is cool. Be a rapper. Idolize them. That's one of the things I never wanted for my son as a parent. And every parent raises their children differently. Respectfully, I understand that. My point is, there's enough corruption in this world to be pushing that upon your child at such an early age and encouraging that. Because when you take your child to a concert at such a young age, you're encouraging that type of behavior and the energy that comes along with that after. And for this mom not to think twice about putting a camera on him and being upset about him throwing around fake money, and not thinking of the fact that we're looking at her sideways because you brought this little baby to a concert. And that's why we do these videos, because it has nothing to do with speaking on a child. This is an overall factor. These are things that needed to be highlighted, shared, shown, put on blast, because I don't agree with children that are innocent, that has no idea what the real world is like, and they're looking to their adult figures, their parents, their guardians, whoever that is, that are guiding them along the journey to their road to success, not to their road of destruction. But when you do things like this, you open up the door to so many dark energies, so many things that you're not going to understand why your son thinks like this, why your son wants to emulate this rapper, why does your son want to do this, why does your son speak like this? Because you took him to a concert when he was too young to even understand. So now you're taking him to a concert. That lets me know everything in your room, in his room. He has access to a phone. He listens to these videos, and you're okay with that. We don't have access to our kids 24/7, and technology is way different now than when it was when we were younger. If you wanted to see something on a computer in our day, before the laptops really started popping off, it was the sit-down computers we sat in front of, and we looked stuff up online. Nowadays, everything is at a touch of a hand. You can immediately go online, access videos, access inappropriate things, as well as these females that are pushed out here over sexualized. That's the image that our kids have to look up to. And it is our role and our duty. It is our duty as well as mothers to teach our daughters how to be ladies, how to carry themselves, what to expect out of their partner, what to look for, what to focus on. We are conditioning them to be a wife one day, to be a mother one day, to be able to work and function in society as a decent human being. That's part of what we're doing. That's what the conditioning is. We are not put here to raise our children, to be our friends. We're not put here to taunt their image and their innocence before they even have a chance to understand what they're seeing, what's going on. And this mother thought that that was okay. If we have mothers out here, and there's plenty of more like that take their daughters to see Nicki Minaj and whoever else, and they think it's cool, then what is to come down the line? What is going to happen in the hospital with, it's going to be more babies born without the fathers being around, more reckless choices being made, less doctors, less people going to college getting an actual education, because they're going to think, all I have to do is learn how to rap, I'm going to get picked up, I'm going to get the woman, I'm going to get the flashy cars. Education will be pushed to the back. And this image, this negative image that is pushed on our society nowadays will be the highlight, will be the glorified image that all you have to do is do this, that, and everything else will fall into place, when in reality, this is a dark energy, a dark force. It's bigger than just us trying to teach our kids. This is good versus evil. This is us corrupting our own children's mind by allowing them to listen and do as they please, like they understand and they know what's going on. When that's why we're the parents and they're the children. And for anyone to be okay with taking their child at such a young age to a concert like this, that lets you know what is to come down the line for this young person. And I hope that things change along the way, and maybe he's into school a little more than this type of lifestyle. But people will laugh and glorify this lifestyle, as well as rappers that rap about certain things that they don't even partake in. Rappers speak on doing this, slanging this and that. They don't have to do that. They're in their mansion somewhere, but they're idolizing all the negative things and they're glorifying, trying to, all the positive things that come with that type of lifestyle. So think about this. If they're idolizing all those things, saying you do this, you do that, you get this. If you have a person that is a child looking up to these people and they can't rap, they don't play basketball that well, they're not getting a scholarship. So what are they going to do to get the coolest shoes? What are they going to do to get the flyest car, the nicest clothes, the IG models? What are they going to do next? It's going to lead them down a road of destruction. They're going to do the next best easy thing for them. And that is to get out on these corners and slang. Get it how they live. That's why it is very important that when your kids are old enough to listen to music like that, and I'm not saying we have to completely turn them away from certain things. At least if you're allowing your kids to listen to that, allow them to understand what they're listening to. Allow them to be able to process. So they're not taking this in as though this is the life. And they're idolizing these people as they grow up. And they're thinking this is the only way. That comes with maturity over time when you're watching a video and you're seeing a certain image that they're pushing out here. You're understanding that that's just an image. That is just that. And everybody has roles to play in an agenda. And at the end of the day, when lights are off, the video's over, they go home to their house. They're not doing half of the things they rap about. But yet they want to tell you it's okay and it's cool and you should do this and you should do that. Make it make sense. Please leave your opinion down below what you think. I'll be speaking with each and every one of you soon. Take care. Bye.